snake diet. Let's begin. How do you start the snake diet? Number 1, you stop eating fatty. This is the snake diet. You stop eating because high eating frequencies kill you, okay? No matter if you're a fat pig or lean, you want your eating frequency as low as possible for optimal human health. High eating frequencies cause inflammation like crazy and kill you. The end. Now, during the time when you're not eating, you're fasting. Now, there's 3 types of fasting. Everything else is bull. There's number 1, dry fasting. That's pretty simple. You don't drink any water or eat anything. Okay? Now, there's 2 types, hard and soft. Hard dry fasting is like this. Pretend you're in the Sahara Desert, out in the middle of the desert. That is a hard dry fast. Okay? You have nothing. Nothing. Okay? Or you're locked in a jail cell with no water. Nothing. No shower. Soft dry fast is when you make some water contact. Optimally, you want as little water contact as possible. So during a soft dry fast, if you brush your teeth, try to keep out of the shower still. And if you do have a shower, make it quick. Okay? The drier you can stay, the better the autophagy effect and the more hardcore the healing effect. B, urine fasting. So piss won't break your fast, okay? Piss is clean, full of nutrients. It is not dirty. It's healthy, okay? You can drink your piss, and that's also free, just like dry fasting is free, okay? There's no money spent here other than a couple cents on snake juice a day. So C, snake juice. Okay, now snake juice is just salt water. Okay, it's all it is, salt water. Now you can combine the 3 of these too. If you want to get really hardcore, you can bust through a hard dry fast, collect your piss, dry fast till you basically feel like death. You're healing like a mother. Then once you feel like death, start drinking the piss you collected. Okay, and once you start then you'll feel better again. Once you start feeling like death on the piss, then go to the snake juice. Then drink the snake juice, recover, and repeat. Okay? End of the day, fat asses can fast for 30 days and not have any issues. Any real issues. Yeah, you'll have detox effects. Shut up and stop eating. Okay, now here's the snake juice recipe. Per 2 liters of water, but not limited to. You might drink 3 liters of snake juice in the day. Okay? As long as you're not pissing like a racehorse, you can drink more. Okay, now if you get diarrhea, sometimes that might be from too much snake juice. A lot of times it'll be just from detox, especially at the start. So you got to pay attention to that. So this is for 2 liters. This is the recipe for 2 liters. Okay, you can drink as much as you want. No fresh water. This is your water. Snake juice is your new water source. No fresh water. This is already diluted enough. So the first ingredient, basic snake juice. Potassium chloride powder. Powder. Not your stupid potassium supplements with 100 milligrams of potassium in a pill. Trash. Trash. Powder. 1 teaspoon and 2 liters of water. Okay? Sodium chloride source. So basically most people are using pink Himalayan salt. You can use whatever you want as long as it's a good sodium chloride source. There's good sea salts out there. Table salt's not the best, okay? Okay, Himalayan pink salt's good. Make sure it's not fake. If you stir it up and the water's pink after it's dissolved, it's trash. Okay, if it's Himalayan pink salt, it's got to be clean after. Clear water. Okay, sodium chloride source, half a teaspoon and 2 liters of water. Like I said, if you run out of that 2 liters on a day, mix up more. Baking soda, 1 teaspoon per 2 liters of water. Okay, this is amazing for your kidneys, the baking soda. Now, for all the people that keep asking me about, can I use potassium citrate? Citrate. No! Okay? You could have it in moderation, but 99.9% of the time you want the chloride ion, because that's what keeps the charge balance proper across your cells. Okay? Chloride anions. You need those. Okay? Citrates, and they're not going to kill you. You can fuck around with it. It's not going to break your fat burn. Okay? Do whatever you want. But this is the stuff that I recommend. Do whatever you want. Now, basically, as far as the fasting goes, Don't put nothing in your body. Don't ask me what you can have. I'm telling you right now, this is it. No meds, no nothing, no gum, no caffeine, no coffee, okay? Dry, piss, or snake juice, done. Done. If it doesn't fit in that category, not in the recipe, okay? Now there's things like apple cider vinegar and lemon juice that you could knock back that won't break your fat burn, okay? But lemon juice will raise your blood sugar slightly, okay? It's not going to be optimal if you're trying to lose weight, okay? The vinegar won't do it to your blood sugar, okay? But there is things out there. You've got to play around with it. I'm telling you, optimal fat loss, keep it to the bare minimum. If those ketone strips are not showing good color, like at least 40 milligrams per deciliter, unless you are ripped, that's when the color will start to fade. But if you got fat on you, I don't give up what the keto police say. If those strips, when you're on a prolonged fast, aren't showing 40 milligrams per deciliter, you are up, okay? Things like birth control, okay? Keep the figure and lose the weight, okay? Now I'm going to go through a bunch of things to buy, other potassium sources so people aren't confused. You start the diet by taking pictures, fatty. We're going to go through that too, and a few other things you need to buy for accountability. This is pure raw motivation. Accountability, you stop eating, you fast as long as you can until you're ripped.
These are perfect accountability pictures. Front, side, back, head to toe, full body in the picture. Good lighting, bright, no shadows. Arms out in front of you on the side shot so I can see your torso. I want to also be able to see your face on the side shot, so put your hair back. Front and back shots, I want your arms down to your sides. I want to see daylight between your hand and your hips. Her middle shot slightly up because her hand's covering her hip. I do not want your limbs covering your body. Strip down. Do not tuck your fat guts into your bottoms. No pants. I want to see as much skin as humanly possible. Hold yourself accountable. That's the main motivation. These are the basic supplies you will need to start the snake diet. Potassium chloride powder. This one's by now. You can get it on the internet. Most people should be able to find this one if they can't find another source in the grocery store. Himalayan pink salt. It has an awesome mineral profile, but you're not limited to this. You can have other salts, okay? Other quality sea salts will work. Okay, don't buy the fake pink salt from the dollar store. When you stir it up in water, if the water stays kind of pink after you're done stirring it up for a while, it's fake. Red Mill baking soda. Now this is a pure form of sodium bicarbonate. Okay, it's optimal, but you can still use Arm & Hammer. Arm & Hammer is just processed. But there is no aluminum in either of them. Okay, that's a myth. Ketone strips. These you must get for accountability. Accountability. If these strips aren't showing good color, you are f***ed up. Okay? Everybody should be showing good color. Some people will be right maxed out, which is perfect as long as you feel good. Some people might show 40 milligrams per deciliter. Most people won't be less than 40 unless they're f***ed up or else they're really lean. A scale. Weigh yourself, fat ass, okay? That's the best accountability we got. And the measuring tape. So, use the scale every day. Weigh yourself. Don't be scared to get on that scale. Okay, it holds you accountable. It tells you if you're f***ing up. You know, people that are like, oh, how do you stop yourself from just gaining all the weight back? You use the scale. If your weight starts creeping up, you stop eating, fatty. How simple is that? Okay, full control. The measuring tape. If the scale's not dropping, you're taking measurements every 7 days. Because the measurements might be dropping like a rock, but the scale's not dropping because you're holding water. Take your measurements. Then you're not freaking out that the scale's not moving. These are some other substances that can be used when fasting. They are optional. Top left, magnesium sulfate by West Point. It's Epsom salt. Okay? You can add that to snake juice. If you were going to add it, you would put in 1/2 teaspoons in the 2 liters of water. Half salt. That is if you're in a pinch. Okay, that's sodium and potassium in one. There's some other brands that make that as well, and there's some that are even like 66% and 33%. Okay? As long as you're following the basic guidelines of how much salt you're getting in, you're not going to die. Okay? You can play with it. It's the fasting that's key, okay? The salt water doesn't have to be perfect. If you get diarrhea, then you adjust. Baking soda by Arm & Hammer, okay? You could use this if you can't find the red mill, okay? It's just not as good a quality. Apple cider vinegar, awesome for the liver, okay? Awesome when you're detoxing. It lowers insulin response, okay? It'll keep blood sugars down. Go read about the health benefits. This is stuff that I've used. Lemon juice, also excellent for your kidneys. One thing about lemon juice, though, it will slightly raise blood sugar, okay? So if you just pound lemon juice, say, don't mix it in the snake juice either. It's hard on your teeth. But if you just pounded a bunch of lemon juice, it may make those strips go lighter because it's slightly kicking you out of ketosis. You'd have to pound a lot of it, but it can't happen. You just have small amounts, a couple tablespoons a day or something. Cayenne pepper. Okay, this saved my life. I gave myself a stomach ulcer doing an experiment one time, and basically fasting on this cayenne pepper will heal ulcerative colitis, Crohn's. Okay, this is like a miracle drug. And when you use it, you dump it into your snake juice like a boss. You take it out of the tablets. This is 100,000 heat unit cayenne pepper. Okay? You take it out of the gels and put it in the water. Don't take the capsules. Don't take the gels. Another salt source that I take every day is sodium tetraborate. Borax. It's a boron source, okay? I take 1/16 of a teaspoon every day. This stuff is the exact same sources they use to make the boron tablets in the health food store, except those are marked up 30,000 to 1. Maybe the biggest supplement scam I've ever seen. This cranks up your testosterone through the roof and cures arthritis. And last but not least, here's some more potassium chloride sources in case you're having a tough time finding it. You got no salt, you got salt-free. I've used those two. New salt, salt substitute, calcium chloride, that's German. Saltonese, these other ones have been used by people that follow me, and they're not dead yet, so they must be working just fine. So you should be able to find it, okay? Even if you live in Australia, some people are saying they can't find it. You can even get these on the internet. So everyone have a great day, and stop eating, fatty!